Yeah, hello. Welcome to my channel, Udoko 100. Today we'll be doing a little bit of deviation from what we've been doing previously. Due to popular demand, we'll be going through some tutorial on functional skills in mathematics. I'll be getting a lot of requests from people to do this because they have a lot of people have problems with certain areas of mathematics. So what we'll be doing for this particular video, for a start, we'll be looking at ratios, proportions, and formula. So we'll start today by looking at ratios and some aspect of proportions for this particular video. In subsequent videos, we will delve more into other area of functional skills. This mathematics is important for people who are, for example, doing revisions on GCSE O level, because there are some aspects, although they look simple, but one can easily make mistake. So we'll start today by looking at ratios, and for this, and we'll delve a little bit to proportions as well. Okay, let's start. So today we'll be looking at ratios, proportions, and formulas. So ratios are a way of showing how many things of one type there are compared to another. We'll be taking a couple of examples to explain what this means. To answer a question, for example, involving ratios, one usually needs to start by working out the value of one part. For example, the cost of one thing or the mass of one part. Then you can then use this to answer the question. For example, if we start by looking at a particular question, we have here John is making salad. John is making salad dressing, right? He mixes one part vinegar to 2 parts oil. So John makes 450 ml of salad dressing. So how much oil does he use? What we say now, for example, here his question says John wants to mix a salad dressing, and is using a ratio of 2 to 1, a proportion of 2 to 1. He mixes 1 part of vinegar to 2 parts of oil. So if for this kind of question, we start by listing the number of parts in the ratio, or by finding the number of parts in the ratio. So we can say a number of parts in the ratio is equal to 1 part vinegar plus 2 parts oil. That will give you 3 parts. So now we'll now find out, because we're going to make 450 ml of salad dressing. So we'll now find next how much 1 part is worth. So to find how much 1 part is worth, we'll have to divide the total salad dressing that we're going to make, 450, by the total part. So this one would now be equal to 450 divided by 3. This one will give you 150 ml. So which means 1 part of the mixture will equal 150 ml. So now to work out how much oil we will need, as the question says how much oil we will need, we know here that one part of vinegar is to be mixed with 2 parts of oil. So this is 1 part of vinegar, which is 150 ml, and 2 parts of oil will now give us, to work out how much oil he used. We now have is equal to two part of oil times 150, which is for one part, which one will give us 300 ml. So basically we have our here one part is 150 and two part is 300. So if we mix one part of vinegar to two parts of oil, that one will now give us 450 ml of salad dressing. So that's one question done. If we continue, we'll take another example. Let's look at another example now. We have here a second example. A union vote on whether to go on the strike. A union vote on whether to go on strike. So 120 people voted in this election. So the ratio of the people that voted yes and to the people that voted no is 2 to 3. So the question is, how many people voted yes? And second question, how many people voted no? So in this kind of situation, what we need to do is to find out number of. Here we have 2 parts voted yes and 3 parts voted no. So the next thing now is we find the number of parts in the ratio. So number of parts in the ratio is equal to 2 plus 3, which is 5. So therefore one part is what the total number 120 divided by 5, which is equivalent to 24. So the next thing now, the first question I say, how many parts voted yes, which is the A part. How many people vote yes? So we now have one part of the people that vote is equivalent to 24. So the part that voted yes is 2. So we now have to how many to work out how many people vote yes. We now have 2 the part times the one number 24. This will give us 48 that voted yes. So next, the part B, we have now 48 people voted yes. So the next one is how many people vote no. So the number of people that vote no is 3. So we now have B, how many people vote no. So we now multiply the parts of that voted no. 3 times 24 equals to 72. So the people that voted yes are 48 and the people that voted no are 72. So if to cross check our work, we simply need to add 2 of them together. And if we add 2 of them together, 48 plus 72, this one will give us 120. So this confirms our results. Here we have a ratio of 2 and a ratio of 3 to give us 150. So that's done. We take another example. Let's look at another example again. In this example, we have 1,800 pounds is split amongst 3 people in the ratio 4 to 2 to 3. So the question says, how much money does each person get? So what we're going to calculate now, we have 3 people, 1,100 split among 3 people. So the first thing we work out is how many parts are in the ratio. How many parts are in the ratio? To work this out, we simply add the 4 plus 2 plus 3. This one will give us 9. So there are 9 parts in the ratio. So the next thing we'll do, we'll then find out how much one part is worth. So we have £1,800 to be shared among 9 persons. So we now have how much each part is worth. How much one part is worth. So we'll now divide the £1,800 by 9. And this one will give us £200. £200. One part is now worth £200. So having gotten how much one part is worth, we'll now proceed now to find out what the first person in the ratio gets. So we know that the first person in the ratio had 4 parts. So what we simply do now, say how much the first person in the ratio gets. We know that the first person in the ratio is 4. So that will now be 4 times what one part is worth. So times 200. So this one will give us £800. So the first part that got the ratio of 4, it will get £800. So we'll now proceed now to find out how much the second person in the ratio gets. The second person the second person in the ratio has 2 parts. So that one would not be 2 parts times 200 is equal to £400. So the second person in the ratio gets £400, and the third person will get in the ratio will get 3 times 200 is equal to £600. So having split that now, we now know that the ratio would not be a ratio of 4 to 2 to 3, which gives us the first one is 800 to 400 to 600. So if we add this together, this one will give us 1,800. So this is just to cross check our answer. So we have this as what the value is. So this is just a simple ratio and proportion calculation. As you can see, it's quite easy if we understand what we are being asked to do. So we'll proceed again now to do another simple example. All this is just to see if they can help you to understand what we're supposed to do. So if we take a fourth example, and here we have still is a little bit too. Here we have a bathroom is decorated with 240 blue tiles and 240. Yeah, a bathroom is decorated with 240 blue tiles and 200 black tiles. So here, what is the ratio of the blue to black tiles? This is another very simple solution problem. Here, first, we write the relationship first we write the relationship as a ratio. We have blue tiles to black tiles. So we have blue tiles to black tiles. Then we have 240 blue to 200 black. So since we have 240, we can simplify these values to the smallest value. So here we have here we can divide this by 10 to give us 24. I divide this value 2 by 10 to give us 20. We'll try to break down this value to the simplest form. So this one can still be divisible. So if we divide this 24 again, say by 4 can go here, and we can divide this 2 by 4. This one will give us 6, and this will give us 5. So we now have the simplest ratio to be 6 to 5. So the question will say, what is the ratio of blue to black? So here, the ratio of blue to black tiles is 6 to 5. Or if they say what's the ratio of black to blue tiles, it will not be 5 to 6. But in this question, they ask us what is the ratio of blue to black tiles, which is a ratio of 6 to 5. That's a simple one. So this is now done. So we'll take one more example. So we'll take another example. Here we have here so this example say Hannah is making a buttercream. Anna is making buttercream icing. It's supposed to be she misses 5 parts icing sugar to 3 parts butter. She uses 185 grams of icing sugar. So how much butter will she need? So here, Anna is mixing buttercream icing. She mixes 5 parts icing sugar to 3 parts butter. She uses 185 grams of icing sugar. So how much butter will she need? Here, we first find the value of one part by dividing the total amount of icing sugar by the amount of part of icing. So we have here a 5-part icing sugar, 5-part icing sugar to 3-part butter to make a buttercream. So the total part to bake buttercream is equal to 5 plus 3, which is equal to 8. So, but in this question, they told us 5 parts of icing sugar is mixed with 3 parts of butter to make the cream. So for the icing sugar, for the buttercream she made, this particular one, she used 185 grams of icing sugar. So we have now, that means because we're using 5 parts of icing sugar, so we now have 5 parts of icing sugar was used to make 185 grams that is 5 parts of icing sugar is equal to 185 grams in the particular one she used. So 1 part of icing sugar is equal to 185 grams divided by 5. This will give you 37 grams of icing sugar. Because we are using 8 parts, so 1 part is 37 grams. Let me put this 37 grams. So 3 parts of butter, because the question is how much butter will you need. So we're using 3 parts of butter. So since one part of the mixture is 37 grams, so 3 parts of butter would not be 3 times 37 grams, which is 111 grams. So what we now need is using 111 grams of butter times 185 grams of icing sugar to make the buttercream. So that is what we asked to do. But if we can just take one more example just to get this done with ratio, because in the next another video we'll try to continue this. But first, let's just take one more example, and then we will call it a day for this. Here we have James is mixing wallpaper. He mixes 4 parts of glue to 7 parts of water. He used 3.5 liters of water. So how much wallpaper paste will he make? In the question says John want to make a wallpaper paste. So he's going to mix glue and water to make the paste. So in this case now, we first of all find the number of parts in the ratio. This one will give us, we'll have 4 parts of glue plus 7 parts of water. So that one will give us 11. So we know that it's going to make, it will use 3.5 liters of water. So which means this 3.5 liters of water is equivalent to our number 7 parts of water. So 7 parts of water will be equal to 3.5 liters in the ratio mixture. So one part will now be 3.5 divided by 7, which is 0.5 liter. So one part of the mixture will be equivalent to 3.5 liters. So the question is, how much wallpaper paste will he make in total? So we have a total of 11 here, total parts, and one part is 0.5 liters. So the total wallpaper paste will be equal to this 0.5 for one part times 11 total parts. This one will give us 5.5 liters. So it means he will mix 4 parts glue to 7 parts water to give us 5.5 liters of total wallpaper paste. So that's that for now.
Important thing is to see the milestones that we have achieved, and
this is the first part of our functional skills maths problems. Here we have looked at ratios and some little bit of proportions, but this is a part 1 of this particular problem and solution. We looked at various examples and tried to walk through them. I hope this helps for those preparing or wanting to learn more about these topics. We'll do a subsequent, we'll do a follow-up part 2 of this ratio, proportion, and formula so that we can do more examples and address other specific problems. I hope you like this video, and if you do, just hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you have any specific topics you want us to work on, feel free to send us messages so we can work together on this. Our aim is to make you better. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget again to press the like button. Cheers.